WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And we are back. The time is 8:11. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Ari, and with me is Christal, and we are Activated Mornings this morning.
So, morning again, 4579997. Let's see the call. Somebody was trying to get in. Hello, good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning. Hello?
Yes, good morning. Go ahead, sir.
Live.
Yeah, I was listening to Christal earlier pertaining to with Fisher folk. I get where you're coming from because most likely, I mean, go back to Sandals, spending 200 million US in a of money. But you know, that if we get a cash in hand in savings, we could do a lot with that. Okay, go back to the Fisher folks now. As you say, Sandals go with Sandals. Mostly every hotel chain go with Sandals. And me buying, we say, 3,000-4,000 from a fish from you is obvious. I got to look for a bag and make a deal. That's what I mean. So we say, as the guy say, he's selling for $10 a pound. Right? If I buy 1,000 from you, let me say every day or every other day, I'm going to come to some sort of agreement in and I'm buying 2,000-3,000 pounds of fish from you. I'm going to offer you $6 a pound, $6.50 a pound. In any business across will come to them type arrangement. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a free kind business on a regular. Come to me as a small man. If I do certain things business-wise, I just sell clothes and things and different stuff. If I do business like with a quantity of salt among the goods, it's obvious. If everything selling for $10, I say, I can't buy for $10 to sell back for 10, half for 12, you know what I mean? So now, back to the fish, it's like, why they not farming a corporate thing? Which I think they have worked. They come together, 10, 20 fishermen, come together. If John go and catch 500 tongue, I catch 600 tongue. Jane catch 700 tongue, everybody come together in one. And sell it to the forest. Or sell it to Sandals, but the point is in the processing. As in packaging, labeling, and all a lot of things. I know. Cause just like, okay, when I used to work in Canwan in 2005, I went to Raffles Resort. It's not like, okay, they go down the road to the fish market and check Peter, check Paul. They don't think so. You come with one person come with everything, we set the price, and that's it. So, I buy from my friend there, and you the aggregator. So they want to turn it up now to the hotel with us. Vincy and Ari and Rolly and Christal. We only see in Christal. You know what I mean? With the tools, we back to Canaan, so they had their own tool, but they had locals doing the tool. Diving, carrying their foot snorkel. You know what I mean? And different things. With the taxis, well, I mean, Canaan is a small island. They don't really have taxis. They had maybe about 30-some 40 vehicles that they use. Some luggage they had for the guests and other stuff. But on the mainland, let me see. The only way I feel is standard. If you like contract, maybe they have 20-40 taxis in a contract. It's standard to bring food. So if Sandals bring in their own vehicle, which hire drivers, which I'm not too sure on what he said, but still they will have other taxis picking up and dropping off to the hotel. But I think we need to sometimes we don't wait until certain things happen before we react. Because things should have been in place long time. Fishermen supposed to already be together because they've been able to Sandals a while now.
Yeah, there was
so we could have come together and say, well, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
We could have come together and say, well, Sandals coming on and we try put ourselves together because I mean we fishermen go on we come and work producing we go on same as in league with Renault. I mean, everybody have a problem, but at the end of the day, when he's a businessman, he sees the opportunity, nobody else can do it. I mean, people, as we just say on the road, people still like that food because I mean, if I have, let me say I have 40 Sakadashin. 40 Sakadashin, I use it for the market to sell and sell. But if I have one person to come by the party one time, so I'm going to make me run up plant up another acre far. And for sure, every month, every fortnight, and then 40 Sakadashi sell.
May not be the same value as what you can get, but then it's less work and it's a guarantee, right?
Yeah. Definitely. Then every day, every Friday, coming by the market, come try. Oh, you know, me have 1 10 so everything was spoiled for me. Some lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
So I think sometimes we need to put research in place than waiting until somebody comes and then we start complaining about this and that and other kind of thing. We need to, because when I said we be here most standards all the time, we be here to put it on.
Yeah.
Let we get together and as you say, together, this is a kind of thing. That man might feel okay then, as you said before, he does sell for 12. He does sell for 10, but you decide I want my 12 to my tongue. My $12 a pound. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And then this valuation thing mash up. So let me form a good cooperative and check together. And obviously $200 million. Just by the time we standard, $200 million spending is obviously to the yield.
Yeah.
$200 million US is a drop of money.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. Made some valuable points there. So we were told XYZ was going to happen. Fisher folk, farmers, other entities, other producers are going to benefit. But question, were they like adequately prepared, or did they, at what point did they realize that, oh dear, Sandals has a particular standard and it's not as we are accustomed to. We can't just run up and say, with whatever we have, sail into Sandals and say we have 100 pounds of snapper or whatever, the fish tuna. Do you want it? And then they say, okay, bring it for me, and then hand you the money. Were they given that heads up to say, okay, they need XYZ, but they're going to purchase according to their standards? In as much as there's a lot of talk right now, a bit of it negative, opportunity. I see it as a wonderful opportunity for us to improve on our standards nationally.
I said that as well.
I don't know who's going to take it up, if it's the government, the Ministry of Agriculture, to continue to try to lift the standards of our fishermen, and standards including packaging, preparation, delivery, all these things, storing, and a bit more on the business side as well, right? Because you also have to be business minded. It is, for me, I prefer to do wholesale things than retail, because retail is more work and more time. Wholesale, I know 100 pieces going out, that is a guarantee. They're going to come back next month for another 100. I just need to focus on doing that 100, and I go home and cock up my foot. I could go and drive a truck and carry some load or something somewhere else. So like, I don't know if it's a mindset thing or what that needs to like shift just a little bit, but y'all could come together too,
I agree. But In way of a quick announcement, the Central Water and Sewage Authority would like to inform residents of Trumaka, Rosebank, Petitbodel, Chateaubelair, Fitzhughes, and Richmond that their water supply will be disrupted between the hours of 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Wednesday, March 6th, today, 2024. This disruption is to facilitate tank maintenance. CWSA regrets any inconvenience caused.
I'm certain there are opportunities for local Vincentians to do what is being done right now, pulling together the products, packaging them, and reselling them. I mean, if you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I feel the same way.
I feel if you come up with a good structure and a good plan, and you go to the government and say, hey, XYZ, I would like ABC, I would like for your assistance, and then there are other organizations that offer grants too. There's CD that can assist you with grant proposal writing and what's not. Opportunities will come through Invest SVG as well. I'm pretty sure that there is an opportunity still existing right now because I mean this is the nature of business, right? Competition. You could give other businesses a run for their money. So it's not too late for them to pull together their resources and say, hey, XYZ, I'm going to do this. And then Sandals is not the only person who will need your produce.
Listen, it was a releaser, but I was saying that currently in all types of markets in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, there's a very low standard in which things are completed in many different ways. And I do think that opportunities like these or situations like these present the opportunities to improve that standard and meet the international standard that persons are used to, especially if you're trying to cater to tourists and persons who are coming from that standard now to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
You should take a page out of. I wouldn't necessarily include the standards for taxis for the most part, because SVGTA, they go through a bit of training and they actually have to be registered and what's not. If you look at certain buses, you could always tell without even looking at the sticker which buses are tourism approved and which are not.
Yeah. But I don't think we have a taxi problem.
Right, because majority of the taxis, they abide by the standards and they've been trained.
When you go to other countries, you're like, what's happening?
How it is?
What is happening?
Take a page out to SVGT.
No. Maybe a few years ago, but for the past, I would say 8 years, our taxi service has been top tier. But speaking everything in one, there has been an issue overseas, not just for traders, but for persons traveling from Trinidad and Tobago in terms of converting their currencies from TT dollars to the EC dollar. I'm reading a story here on Eyewitness News, and it reads, traders in agricultural produce across the region refer to here as traffickers have faced challenges for years converting the Trinidad and Tobago currency in which they trade in that CARICOM country for the Eastern Caribbean dollar. We could take this call quickly. Hey, caller, you live. Good morning.
Hi, good morning to you folks in studio.
Good morning.
And good morning to listeners. I'd just like to weigh in a little bit on the whole discussion as it regards to the topic you are discussing now. Aggregators and supplying Sandals, supplying whoever. My thing is, when it was announced that Sandals was coming here, right? The only persons who seem to have known anything at all about what would be required, anything about Sandals, we've been hearing, not from Sandals, but we've been hearing from the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance. Now we are talking about Sandals on the verge of getting ready to open, and we are here in terms of suppliers who will be supplying this, who will be supplying that, and who can meet standards and who can't meet standards, and all of this kind of thing. Now, if the government knew what all of standards requirements are, right? Don't you think it should have been in the government's domain to prepare the farmers and the fisher folk and everybody else who may have some interest or have a service or anything to sell, the Sandals, that government should say, these are what will be required, and see if they can get people ready to do that, to provide. What do you think?
I think I alluded to that.
Hello?
I think I made a point alluding to that.
Yes. The thing is, and a lot of people seem to be pointing fingers and blaming farmers and blaming this. Look, we have a number of aggregators who send stuff to the Grenadines every day. Every day. So it is nothing new. If people know what to expect, then they can prepare themselves. But when they sold us Sandals initially, all they tell us is about the opportunities you will get. Nobody said anything else. And then we are now hearing, and as a matter of fact, we are not even hearing it from Sandals. So who runs Sandals? That's a question we have to ask. Who runs Sandals? Now, when Sandals was preparing to come here, there are a number of persons who owned land or had title to land that they wanted to occupy. What did the government do? The government did not even leave these people. They did not even leave Sandals to negotiate with the landowners. Government did whatever they thought was best to acquire the land from the people, to smooth the way for Sandals. But you couldn't see it fit to do that for the poor farmers and the poor fisher folks here. What we are seeing instead is that you have large organizations, not from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't encourage people from the region to set up business here. But look, aren't they given an unfair advantage? Why, for example, couldn't we take the fisheries, the market, because we are large purchasers of fish. But now, we don't go to fisheries to provide Sandals. We go elsewhere. You see where we are? And I am one of the persons who strongly believes that this government have always been given favors to foreign business, foreign entities, at the expense of locals. And I'll go further on this. I don't know if you have seen the clipping with the Prime Minister when he was making a reference to what everybody knows now as Luke Boy, in terms of being critical of Sandals. But now you're ready to go. You come there to have a piece of land, to set up things so that you could take advantage of Sandals' gifts. Now, I am saying this, and he calls that hypocrisy. I am saying this. So you see where we are going now. What the Prime Minister has effectively done is tell you, in no uncertain terms, you are not getting that piece of land that you make an application for. You cannot take advantage of a business opportunity. That's all he's saying. That's all he's saying. And so you see, if the government continues to favor foreigners, then that is what we will continue to get. And a number of people want to point fingers and blame poor farmers, blame poor fisher folk, blame businessmen. But we have to look at how the government is pitching itself. Okay? That's my contribution.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. And there are some comments coming in on the WhatsApp as well. We're just actually awaiting our guests. Let's see what we could do. Let's see how many there are. Not many. You have to have wholesale and retail prices. The company operates in different countries. Just go online and see how they operate, their standards, etc. Don't wait for the government to do your business research. God's listeners, is this a simple case of business being reactive instead of proactive? The hotel was planned for over the years now, so nothing they do should come as a surprise. They have a business model and it's in the public domain. Good morning. Does anybody in SVG could package seafood like Rainforest? There's actually a business that I hope it's not closed by now, but I know of a business that would package and export seafood. So yes, maybe not at that high scale, but in terms of quality, yes. Hopefully it ain't closed down by now. Good morning. Although he has some brilliant ideas, his presentation, not coming in clear sometimes. When his volume increased, it didn't come through very clearly. But I guess that's the question now. Were they adequately prepared for this opportunity? Because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know until somebody tells you.
Yeah, but Rainforest has been here for a while. So there was time to prepare to at least give Rainforest competition if you're unhappy with what they're offering. I think the question that should be asked is, are they awarded the same opportunity as the foreign investors in creating these businesses? Because the foreign investors coming in with something that they don't have off the get-go, and that is a large spending
Capital.
power. Yeah. Capital.
All right. Gotta stick up in here. It's 8:32. Gotta go take a break and come right back. When we come back, we're going to Layu. Good morning, Layu. Another fishing community in some Grenadines, by the way. Yeah. What's your time?
Sparrows, sparrows, sparrows.